Hi guys, this is your page 17 mulch notes from your DIY project video. So looking here, this is what we should be working on. There is an answer key to this in Google Classroom. However, you're going to need to know more than just copying it down on the answer key because this is what you're really going to use to help you in the next activity and as we go on to the quiz and the test and study guides and things like that. So looking here at the basics, a lot of this information too, we're going to Google, similar to what we did on the paint notes. All right, there is some Googling to this. And then, however, there is a big difference. We are going to do a good chunk, a little bit of math here on the bottom together. So how are the measurements determined for paint, carpet, and tile labeled and why? With that, we didn't do carpet or tile. So guess what? The only ones that we really care about is paint. And if we're painting a wall, right? Painting a wall, it is a 2D measurement. And what I mean by that is, how do we find it? Is we're going to go length and width, right? That's all that matters when we find the measurements for what we're going to paint. Okay, now how is that different regarding mulch? So at this time, I'd encourage you guys to go ahead and Google that. How do you measure mulch? And how is that labeled? Okay, so hopefully Google helped you out right there. It should have given you something along the lines of it's cubic. Cubic units, because BC is because it's 3D. Right? So 3D, we have length, width, and height, which we also can think of the height as what's the depth or how deep do you want your mulch to be? Okay. Now, what is the recommended depth when applying mulch to your yard? Go ahead and Google that also. What does the internet out there say? What do the experts recommend on how much mulch to put down in your yard? All right, Google should give you about between 2 inches and 4 inches. For this situation, for your DIY project, we are going to typically use what typically people use is 3 inches. All right, what's the most common amounts in which mulch is sold? Okay, so go ahead and Google that. How is mulch sold? All right, so paint, we talked about paints in gallons, 5 gallons, quarts, and then really small little sample sizes. How is mulch? Mulch can go into bags, which a bag of mulch is 2 cubic feet. Okay, or you can get it in bulk, which bulk is sold by 1 cubic yard. Now, just a little fun fact here. A bed, a pickup truck bed, the normal short beds, those are 6 feet long. Okay, that will hold 1 yard, 1 bucket full. So if you go to like Earth and Wood, mulch makers, excuse me, and you get some mulch, right? They use a big machine and they're going to pick it up and dump it into the back of your truck. All right. 1 short bed truck, 1 big dump is 1 cubic yards. A full-size bed, so the 8 feet long, really long beds, it can hold up to about 3 yards, so 3 big dumps. if it's kind of heaped over. All right, kind of cool. All right, how many cubic feet are in 1 cubic yard? So go ahead and measure that, or sorry, Google that. So how many cubic feet are in 1 cubic yard? All right, you should come up with something like 27 cubic feet. All right, equals 1 cubic yard. All right, how many bags of mulch are equivalent to 1 yard of mulch? So we're going to do this math. We are going to take our 27 cubic feet. That's cubic feet, right? And then how much is in 1 bag? We talked about that. That's right up here. 1 bag is 2 cubic feet. So we're going to take this right here, okay, and divide that by 2. So then we are going to get 13.5 bags, which you can't go to Home Depot or Lowe's and ask for 13.5 bags of mulch. And 13 is not enough, so you can always use a little bit extra. So that's going to round up to 14 bags. Okay? 14 bags of mulch equals 1 yard of mulch. Sorry. All right, so know these basics. How are we going to apply these? So what you're going to do right now is you are going to research the current price for 1 bag of mulch. Wherever you want. You can do Home Depot, Lowe's, any local stores, Tractor Supply. I don't know if they Farmers Exchange. I don't know if they do mulch. Okay, research and write down. And you can pick whatever variety of mulch. There's a lot of different types, colors. What I am going to use is a 333 bag of mulch. I believe this is from Home Depot or Lowe's. So what would it cost to buy 1 yard of mulch in bags? So we know there are 14 bags in one yard. Okay. So we're going to take this $3.33 times your 14 bags. And you should get $46.26. All right, now let's say I don't want bags. I want to get like a yard bulk mulch, because that's what I personally do at my house. I don't buy bags. I got a lot of land. If we get mulch, we get it in bulk. So we're going to use, you can use the same thing. You can use mulch makers, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever you want. And search current prices for 1 yard of mulch. And then question, what if I don't have a pickup truck? Like my mom does not have a pickup truck. She's got a minivan. We're not sticking mulch in the back of the minivan. Is there a delivery fee? When they come and dump it in your driveway, you've seen those big heaps of mulch at people's houses. Does that cost extra? Okay. What I have found is that typically, or at least at the spot I was looking at a $36 yard, okay, of mulch with its free delivery over when you buy over 4 yards. Okay. If not, there's a $15 fee if they are delivering less than. Okay. Because when they come and dump it, they use a big dump truck. They don't even use like a normal truck bed, nice and easy. The dump opens up, like it tilts up, and all the mulch drops down into your driveway. Okay. All right, so we're going to pretend here, math, we have 3 flower beds that are approximately about 15 by 5 feet big. How much mulch would we spread if we're going 3 inches thick? What would we need for all of those beds? So basically, we're going old school with this, guys. We are actually going to be finding volume. I don't know if you guys remember volume. This is back in geometry days. We're going to be finding that mathematical volume, right, in that 3D length, width, height, okay? So we are going to be finding our volume, which is your length times your width times your height. Now, what are all those? We've given you all those aspects. We have 5 feet by 15 feet by 3 inches. Now, remember in math, we have got to have all of these being the same units. We have feet, inches, not the same. Now, back in the painting information, we did a lot with fractions. How can we represent this 3 inches in feet? Right? Think about that. How many inches are in a foot again? Right? There are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we're going to represent this 3 as 3 over 12 feet. Okay, if you just put 3 or 0.3, that's all inches. It's got to be 3 over 12. Now that is our height. So next part is your width and your length. 5 feet times 15 feet. And all I'm going to do is get a calculator. You're going to go your 3, ABC 12, times 5, times 15, 18, and 3 over 4, which is 18.75. And all I know is what I did is go that 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. This is cubic feet. Now remember, this is for 1 flower bed. And how many do we have? 3. So we're going to go times 3 beds. And you should get 56.25 cubic feet, right? And if we're doing mulch, you can't go 0.25. And usually for mulch, you are going to want to round up. So it's 57 cubic feet. That's how much I need to buy for my 3 flower beds. But what does that mean in bags and in yards? So if you were to buy that amount in bags, what would you need and what would it be cost? So again, remember, there are 2 cubic feet per bag. So we're going to take our total, our 57 here. And we're going to divide that by 2 because this is 2 cubic feet, and that is per bag. That's supposed to be a B. Okay. This is going to get us 28.5. Again, you can't have that 0.5, so you're going to round up to 29 bags. You're going to need to buy 29 bags of mulch. So how much is that, though? So we're going to use our money, same amount we used here, right? You're going to use your $3.33 per bag times 29 bags. And you should get $96.57. So if you wanted to buy bags of mulch for your 3 flower beds, it would be $97. Okay. All right. Now, what if because my husband, we have a pickup truck, right? I want to buy this in yards. I'm not getting bags. I'm going to get the big thing. Okay. How much would that be? And how much do I need of it though? Okay. So I'm going to take my 57 cubic feet, because that's how much space I need to cover in my flower beds. And how much, I'm going to divide this, is 1 cubic yard. Right here, 27. So one big dump, 1 cubic yard is 27 cubic feet. So let's divide that by 27 cubic feet. And I'm going to get 2.11 yards. All right. Now, if that was 2.11, so I'd probably buy 2, honestly. You could get 3, but that's a lot of extra right there. How much is it for a yard delivery? $36. So we're going to go 2 yards times $36. Now, if I do have a pickup truck, what is this? 72, right? That's with a truck, with your own truck. But for example, again, my mom, she doesn't have that. It's less than the 4 yards. So we got to pick up that delivery fee. That fee. We got $87. Right? So 87 to have it delivered, or 96 to have it bags. Now remember, if you have it delivered, there's a lot more work involved in this sometimes. You have to have wheelbarrows, you have to have shovels, you got to be able to shovel it into those wheelbarrows, wheel it around the yard. So it's your options on what you prefer. Okay? All right, so we are going to flip over to the back. All right, guys, so we're looking at the back here. So all the math we just did on the front page, woohoo, guess what? Mulch makers and different companies have these fabulous little charts that give you the information. The only thing you really are going to need to know, though, is your area of your different places you want to put mulch, right? So we're going to do the math behind these charts, okay? So suppose we have flower beds that have a total of 1,500 square feet, okay? So we want to know what's the volume. So this is the area, right? That's the area. So that was length times width. I want to know the volume, which we have to add in that height, your 3 inches, to how much mulch how much space we need to cover with mulch. So we're going to take our area, your 1,500, and this is square, times your 3. Remember, this is feet, that's inches. How do we represent inches width in like feet? You put it over 12 as a fraction. So 3 over 12 feet. We do this math. And we get 375. And we just found our volume. So that is cubic feet, right? Volume, friendly reminders, is base area, which is length times width times height. That's what we just did. All right, now we want to convert this cubic feet into cubic yards. Remember how many cubic feet are in a cubic yard? 27 cubic feet equals 1 cubic yard. This is important. So you're going to want to know this. How about these? You need to know this stuff and that stuff. How many this? You're going to need to know those. Okay. So we are going to take our 375 and divide it by 27. And you should get 13.89 yards. All right. Now, using the same 1,500 square feet. So that's how much yards we would have to buy, right? I'd round that up to about 14. So going to the next one. They're 1,500 square feet. We're going to divide that by the amount listed in our chart for 3 inches deep. So on here, you need to find your 3 inches. We want 3 inches. That means we are going to have about 108 square feet. I'm going to take your 1,500. So that's the space, the area we need filled in, divided by your 108 from the chart. And it gives you 13.89. Same number for a reason. Okay, so this chart just helps you figure out the math of how much mulch you need to buy. That's it. Okay, all right, so we're going to do 3 more, and then we're done here. So using our chart, fabulous little chart, you are going to take the different square feet in whatever depth it is told, okay, your desired depth in square feet, we're going to divide them. So this one's 3, 4, and 2. All right, so let's start with our 3. So we have 750 feet squared of like an area we need mulch, okay? I want it 3 inches deep. We use our 108. Okay, what do you get for that? I'm not writing that down. You're going to write that down. Okay, so we're going to have our 532. And we're going to divide it by what's 4 inches. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. Divide it by 81. I'm not writing that number down. You're going to do that. All right, last one. I'm going to take my 125 area, and I'm going to divide that by what's the depth of 2 inches. My depth of 2 inches and was 162. And again, I'm not writing that down. You're going to write that down, okay? So currently, once you have 1, 2, 3 done, you are done with these notes. These are for points, so I do need you to send in a photo of the back and the front completely done. Please reach out if you guys have any questions or concerns. Thank you.